Hey, good evening, Midwest Survivor. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out the channel. Thank you for subscribing. We need 50 subscribers. And if you could, please click like and subscribe. Click the thumbs up on the channel. Check out our community. Be sure to check it out and follow it. I'm trying to post content to it every day as best I can on our dinner chat topics and our breakfast bits topics. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out the TikTok post, the X post, the Instagram post, the Lemonade post, the Pinterest post, the Facebook shorts, and the YouTube shorts. Thank you all for that. So today's topic for dinner chat is how to build healthy relationships after years of abuse. So many people struggle with with emotional abuse, toxic relationships, family dysfunction, manipulation. But, nobody ever asked the question, how do I build healthy relationships after coming out of abuse? And one of the hardest parts of healing isn't just recovering from what happened, it's learning to trust again, learning to build that trust, learning to build relationships again. And whenever you've spent years walking on eggshells, years of being criticized, years of being manipulated, years of being ignored, healthy relationships can feel unsafe, unfamiliar, and just to be perfectly honest with you, downright scary. Sometimes peace feels boring because chaos is normal. I can honestly say that growing up, that anytime that there was a transition in my family's life, that the first couple years was normal, and then chaos would happen, and then all of a sudden it would be like, okay, it makes sense now why things are the way they are. But when you've spent years walking on eggshells and everything, it's very hard to change that. So, but let me just say one thing. You can change. There is hope. Here's some encouraging news. Abuse may have shaped your past, but it doesn't have to determine who you are, the relationships that you want to build, or what your future is. Abuse changes the way we see relationships. After abuse, many survivors experience things like difficulty trusting people. They're always afraid that somebody's going to let them down or hurt them or whatever the case may be. They constantly are looking for and expecting rejection, the proverbial other shoe dropping. They feel guilty for saying no or declining or telling somebody they can't do something. Thinking conflict automatically means that the relationship is over. You think back to the TV show Friends. The first time Monica and Chandler had a fight, he thought the relationship was over, when in fact they just had a disagreement. Feeling responsible for everyone else's emotions. These aren't character flaws. They are the survival skills that your mind developed to protect you, to get you through situations. And the problem with those survival skills is that they often follow us into healthy relationships where they no longer are needed. And healing means recognizing when you are reacting to the past instead of responding to what's going on right now or potentially what could happen in the future. Healthy relationships just feel different. Many survivors expect healthy relationships to be dramatic, but they're not. They're calm, they're reassuring, they are peaceful and respectful and honest, and they're safe. There's no constant guessing or emotional roller coaster or drama or wondering if the other shoe's going to drop off or wonder if someone's going to lose their mind because you disagreed with them or you decided not to do what they wanted to do. Healthy people don't need to control you to love you. They don't need to control you to be their friend. They don't need to control you to invest in your life. They don't need to control you to encourage you and want you to be the best person that you can be. So here's some red flags and some green flags. Most people know about red flags, but after abuse, it's even more important to recognize the green flags. So here's some green flags. They respect your boundaries. When you say no, they don't get butthurt. They don't get angry. They don't get upset. They apologize whenever they make a mistake or they wrong you or if they've made a faux pas. They celebrate your success instead of competing against you, self-sabotaging you, and even just directly sabotaging you. They listen immediately without becoming defensive, and they listen openly without trying to force their perceptions on you, on what they should do, or on what you should do, or vice versa. Another green flag: what they say matches what they do, and what they do matches what they say. The words and the actions meet, and the actions and the words meet. They don't pressure you to move faster than you are comfortable with. And then finally, you feel emotionally safe with being who you are. Healthy people, I will say this, aren't perfect. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to do the wrong thing. They're going to mess up. But you can hold them accountable without them getting butthurt. Boundaries build better relationships. Many of us were taught that boundaries are selfish. They are not. Boundaries simply tell people, this is the way I want to be treated. This is as far as I'm willing to let you go into my life. And if you decide to abuse me, this is the line at which you are going to stop. Healthy people respect boundaries. Controlling people and manipulative people will resent them, fight them, and push them to their limit. And if someone becomes angry because you establish a healthy boundary, they are revealing their true nature, their true selves, that they benefited from you not having one, that they benefited from controlling you. And now that you have established this boundary, they are angry and pissed off, and they don't want you to set up walls and boundaries. So the other thing that a lot of people do is rush relationships. Take the relationship slowly, whether it's a friendship, a love relationship, a work relationship, whatever the case may be. Take it slowly. One mistake survivors make is trusting too quickly, and trust because they are starving for kindness, starving for affection, and starving for attention and love and compassion. Don't rush the relationship. Kindness is wonderful. Consistency is better. Watch how people behave. Watch what they say. Watch what they do. Watch how they do things. Watch how they treat other people. Character is revealed through repeated actions, not the first impressions. First impressions can lie to us. First impressions can be wrong. Healthy relationships grow when they are not rushed. More importantly, learn to trust yourself again. One of the greatest losses that you will ever experience after abuse is your confidence in your own judgment. You begin asking everyone else what they think because you have been told that your instincts were wrong. Healing includes learning to trust yourself again, learning to recognize character traits and flaws in other people. Your discernment becomes stronger as you heal. You don't need to ignore warning signs just because someone seems charming. Pay attention to the patterns. Pay attention to what people say. Pay attention to what they do. You deserve reciprocity. Healthy relationships aren't one-sided. You're not always giving. You're not always fixing. You're not always chasing. You're not always apologizing. You're not always sacrificing. Both people in the relationship will contribute. Both people will care. Both people will invest. Love should never feel like you are carrying the entire relationship by yourself. It should be equal. It should be balanced. Healthy relationships are balanced relationships. Healing before dating again. If you're considering another romantic relationship, ask yourself, am I lonely and am I truly ready? Can I recognize unhealthy behavior more quickly now? Am I comfortable being alone if the relationship isn't healthy? Am I looking for someone to rescue me, or am I looking for someone to grow with me? Healing doesn't require perfection, but self-awareness makes a tremendous difference. So if you have survived abuse, don't believe the lie that healthy relationships aren't possible for you. There are good people out there. There are kind people out there. There are healing, healthy people out there. There are emotionally mature people out there. There are people who will respect your boundaries, value your voice, appreciate you without trying to control you, and appreciate you and what you are and who you are as a person. The healthiest relationship you will ever build won't be with anybody else, but it starts with the one you have with yourself. You will learn to trust yourself, you will learn to love yourself, you will learn to believe in yourself, and you will learn to grow yourself. So as you learn to respect yourself, you will become better at recognizing who respects you as well. Remember that healing isn't about becoming who you were before the abuse. It's about becoming the stronger person after, wiser, freer, and more confident than you could have ever imagined. So, Midwest Survivor for Dinner Chat, as always, get healthy, stay healthy, be healthy, stay strong, get strong, be strong. I want you to remember you can trust people again. You can grow again. You can revive. You can thrive. And together, I want us to heal together, grow together, and learn to thrive, not just survive in life, but thrive healthily, emotionally, financially, and not only that, become the strongest person that you have ever become in your life. Midwest Survivor, have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow morning for Breakfast Bits. Take care.